Big Gamer out here. How are you guys doing today? I'm super. Thanks for asking. Welcome guys to this week's Nintendo NX News Roundup. And it's been about 10 days, not actually a week since I last brought you some news. And that's because I have gathered an enormous amount of news for you guys. So if this video is a little bit longer than usual, that's just because I've got so much good stuff to bring you. And let's start with retail leaks. So there's been a number of retail leaks recently that have stated things such as a key phrase that Nintendo plans to use in its marketing campaign, which is to interact with games on the go. Now, we've gone over this previously where Nintendo has said that this is going to be an increased socially enabled device, and we expect whatever the new kind of Miiverse or Nintendo Network is will be interacting a little bit more like a smartphone. And also we know that kind of taking your games on the go is a big focus for them, with this possibly being a handheld and console hybrid. The next big retail leak is that there's supposedly a big Mario game coming to the NX, and it is due for the launch of the NX, and that should be one of 4 big name releases that have actually been stated to be on deck for the launch of the NX. So Mario's one, we're expecting Zelda to be another, so that leaves the door open for things like Animal Crossing, Pokemon, Metroid, F-Zero and all that other good stuff. So 4 big names. I think they probably learnt their lesson from the 3DS. They needed more big names earlier on, so 4 big names early on sounds good to me, guys. Also, this also kind of reinforces the possibility of a March or that kind of Easter time launch that they had actually suggested, that retailers are suggesting that they will receive demo units of Nintendo NX to show off in stores in February of 2017. Now, February 2017 is only 4.5 months away, guys, so it won't be long until we get our greasy little hands on that. Further leaks have also divulged a possible price point, and that is a base unit at $299 or about £250, and a bundle at $399 and maybe about £350. So what do I think about those prices? Those prices, they sound realistic to me. They sound similar to what the Wii U launched at. I don't expect to be too much more than that. I'd be interested to know if the bundle is with games or if it's actually with a processing unit that allows you to upscale your console living room gaming. So one more retail leak is that they expect the packaging to actually come in blue and white. So the Wii came in kind of all white, and the NX came in kind of blue and black, so maybe it's a little bit of a feel, a little bit of a Wii feel and a little bit of an NX feel, because those were kind of the colours for those 2 consoles. So it wouldn't surprise me if that is the case of if the packaging is actually blue and white. So we'll go to the NX subreddit. So a lot of this stuff here is a little bit more rumours or kind of people in the know, people that know sources. So the talk is that Nintendo is targeting their games to run at 1080p at 60 frames per second, and that's in the living room on the console, guys, on your TV at home. That they're also trying to chase the 4K streaming, so that's similar to what PlayStation Pro and Xbox One S are doing at the moment, where they're bringing you services like YouTube and Netflix into your home in 4K, in case you've got 4K telly to take advantage of that. And the other one is that when you take your games on the go, it's going to be a minimum of 720p, and for a screen size that they've been touting of around 6 inches, 720p is going to look super sharp, guys. I mean, crazy sharp. Like, it's going to look better than 1080p, to be honest, on a screen that small. If you think back to how good the Vita looked, and that was running at sub 720p, and there's even been talk since that the hardware that is running the NX might even be able to put out 900p on that little screen on the go. That is crazy, guys. This thing is going to be eye-bleedingly crisp, and it's actually going to look better than the Wii U does when it's streaming its games at the moment on the TV. So that's really exciting news, guys. I'm happy to hear that. Why could it be possible to do this? Well, a lot of people are saying that the closer Nintendo keeps their cards to their chest, the more they believe that the Nintendo NX will be using the Tegra X2. Now, the Tegra X2 is using the latest Pascal GPUs. That's modern PC architecture, guys, and those GPUs allow you to run instructions in kind of parallel or simultaneously run instructions. They're talking about something like 7 instruction threads at the same time. Now, current GPUs, what they actually do is they take all those instructions and they put them in order of importance, and they run them in series, so they can only really deal with one instruction at a time. Now, being able to run all those instructions simultaneously not only makes the hardware extremely efficient and able to kind of push kind of raw power numbers that you wouldn't be able to get from other GPUs or older GPUs, but it also allows it to run super efficiently when it comes to emulating and porting. So we've heard Nintendo say previously it's going to be super easy for all the devs to port their games over, third-party devs to put their games on the Nintendo NX. This kind of really points in that direction, guys, and a little bit more information. Some people are even suggesting that not only can the X2 perfectly emulate things like x86, which is basically what the Xbox One and PS4 run at already, obviously get you the ports really nice and easily, but also emulate PowerPC. You know, PowerPC's been a little bit more finicky to port over previously, and PowerPC is basically what runs the Wii and the Wii U. So if it can emulate PowerPC that easily, then the idea of us being able to play Wii U games on, you know, on our NX would be amazing, especially anything that's been downloaded. You know, if they can find a way to kind of transfer your previous purchases and download games and stuff, I mean, this would just give you more and more stuff to play, guys, when you get your NX. Now I'm going to go to a source close to the YouTuber Boogie. I don't know if you guys ever heard of him, Boogie2988. He does some funny skits and he kind of reviews tech and gaming. He's a good YouTuber, guys, and you should definitely check him out. He's actually spoken to someone at Ubisoft that has actually kind of come out and said that the NX is a dream to code for, and that kind of piggybacks off of something we put out on a video a couple of weeks ago where, you know, the president of Ubisoft was basically saying that NX is just so easy to work with. It's such a fantastic piece of hardware. So it's good to hear more developers coming out and actually backing the NX and saying it is easy to develop for, because that kind of alleviates any fears we had of, you know, finicky porting and stuff like that we had with the Wii U. And I've saved the best bit of information for last, guys, and that is, don't panic that we haven't seen the unveiling for the NX yet, because Nintendo of Europe have come out and NOE's, I think his name is Ulysses Ricard Bote, has actually come out and said to expect more information before the end of the year. So guys, not long to go. We're going to get the information before the end of the year, and we're going to get hands on the units in February. If the sources are to be believed, I certainly hope they do. If you want me to keep bringing you NX rumours and news and a roundup every week, please feel free to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next week, guys.